Sometimes you gotta rig some shit. What up guys, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're picking right back up where we left off. So I'm thinking, boy, right freaking there, that is perfect, dude. It's kind of like a little cubby hole right in behind the wheel well. I haven't even checked to make sure that the battery fits in there well. Shout out to Ernesto once again. Oh baby, yes sir. It's gonna be just freaking right, just right. I mean, it is a side post, which is gonna make it a little bit more difficult to get it in there, but it'll work. So we gotta get this thing bolted up right there, gotta get it mounted, and I've also got to drill some holes to pass our cables through underneath the body. That's our mission. I ended up picking up some electrical rigid fittings for actually passing my wire through the floor of the Blazer. This is like industrial or home electrical fittings. 1-inch rigid nipple. These are the lock nuts, and it comes with 2 in the pack. So the lock nut is this part right here. So I can sandwich this thing down and lock it in wherever it is where I just drilled the hole at in the bottom of the Blazer. These are insulating bushings. So this is this little like plastic part that screws onto the top. What this does is protects wires from chafing. So whenever there's a wire running over it, this is nice and smooth. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have to worry about your wires chafing. So that right there is the setup in which I'm gonna be using to pass that big ass wire through the bottom of the Blazer. And then to seal it up, it's just as simple as a tube of silicone, bro. So once I get it all done, get the wire ran through from the top, I'll just fill this area full of silicone, and then I'll go from the bottom, do the same thing, fill it full of silicone. So then it's going to not only hold the wire from moving around, but it'll also make it watertight, so I don't have to worry about, you know, exhaust fumes or whatever coming through this. And the reason why I did this, I mean, this thing was like $2. This is like $1. This is $1. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is stupid ass cheap. Rag wet with some alcohol, and I'm just gonna clean around the hole really good. I'll go ahead and smush that guy right there. All right, whenever you press it down, you go ahead and give it a little twirl so it kind of spreads that silicone nice and even. Wow, boy. Now I just gotta do the exact same thing on the bottom and tighten it up. I don't want all the shavings from drilling these holes stick inside of that damn silicone. No worries, that's not the gas tank underneath there. I'm using 7/16" hardware, nut and bolt, so it's gonna get a Teflon nut on the bottom with a large washer, just like this, and a large washer on the inside, so we have some more clamping power onto this plastic. Come on, find the hole, motherfucker. There we go. Oh yeah. All right, the box is mounted and secured. You guys put in the comments, let me know if what if I didn't put silicone inside of that hole? Do you think that would be sufficient as a vent? I feel like most people probably wouldn't show you that they made a stupid ass mistake like this, but I'm gonna show you. So I'm jacking the damn truck up, doors open, dash is under door. I don't think it did too much damage. But yeah, that was a stupid ass mistake. I didn't even realize this door was open. Oh, that's all it did right there. Freaking screwed up a perfectly good dash, man. Is that a spider? No, it's a fly. Stupid ass mistake number 2, almost. Yeah, luckily this cable is here or else the battery would have slid right off. This day is going great. All right, I'm gonna use that piece of hose and actually put over the cable where it's sticking out of the frame here. And then one side is going to actually shove into the frame where the cable is coming out. And then the other side will go into that hole that we put in the floor. So then this thing is extra protected. I put a few straps in here, and these are the rubber isolated straps, so it has a layer of rubber around it. I'm also using Teflon nuts, and I have a washer on the other side, on the frame side. So yeah, that's through bolted, and luckily I was able to find some pre-existing holes pretty conveniently spaced out. I really don't like drilling holes inside of a frame. It takes away from the integrity, all right? But anyhow, I got a strap there, and then it loops up through here, and there's another strap right there, and then a little bit ahead of that, the frame is boxed in back there in the back. It goes through that boxed in area, and then it comes out of another factory hole right there. So again, I didn't drill any holes. And then as you see, and I put that hose around it. That hose is sticking into the frame probably about a good 5 or 6 inches, and then it goes up into that rigid nipple that we put through into the battery box. I don't know if the camera's focusing on it, but that piece of hose that the battery cable is running through actually sticks into the box a good 5 inches as well. So yeah, that thing is good and protected. Shit, boy. Alright, so it's been a little while since I picked up the camera. I just wanted to kind of get this stuff done. I went ahead and I trimmed the box down, so it's going to be a lot easier to put the battery in and out. Otherwise, these would have been sunk down in there. You have to kind of like hold the battery up to loosen them. I don't know, man. I figured it'd be better like that. I have the positive running up over the battery like this because I figured it'd be better than running it next to the battery and the positive and negative sitting next to each other down there. I guess it really wouldn't matter, but figured it'd be safer like that. But the ground just runs straight through the body and it's bolted to the frame down there. And then pop the lid on. I have the strap that's got to go around this, and then you cinch that down and it makes it to where the lid doesn't come off because these little plastic clips are kind of cheesy. But I tighten this thing down against this panel over here before putting that damn strap around it. So I'm gonna wait till Braven gets here to help me. I'm gonna have to pull the battery back out. But anyhow, as you can see with the lid on, it basically covers up the terminals. And then coming up underneath, this is the ground right here. It comes down, and then I have it strapped right there, and then it bolts to the frame right there. And so pretty much everything in the back, all the way up to the engine bay, is finished. We still got to finish inside of the engine bay, other than that damn strap. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this positive so I don't have to worry about it arcing out on anything until I get it connected up there. Yeah, I'm gonna do a reset really quick, clean up my mess because I have shit absolutely everywhere, and then pull the blazer back and we'll start on the front. right, that is the new alternator wire. Much heavier gauge. I am hoping that this is gonna work. I'm gonna be jumping the alternator straight over to... Either way, we're gonna find out. And if it's not, I'm sure I'm gonna learn it the hard way. I just don't wanna run a whole nother wire all the way back to the battery from the alternator. I don't... Stop picking on people walking by, dude. Stop picking on people. Both of you guys, they just run. Whenever somebody's walking by, they run the fence the whole entire time, just screaming at them. Yeah. You know, basic little dog shit. Anyhow, the entire battery relocation is now complete. And dude, see, it's so freaking dark down inside of there. Put on my damn headlight. Boom. All right, so got everything hooked up. Everything is zip tied, running nice and clean. Anywhere like one of these lines is sitting against something I'm afraid would chafe, I put some of that rubber hose. So bam, there it is. It's all hooked up. And I seen in the comments whenever I was talking about this in the last video, a few people were like, I don't understand why it is you're even running that. Like, I don't understand why you don't understand why, but it's a place to hook up jumper cables, bro. If I ever need a jump start or somebody else ever needs a jump start, I still have the convenience of my battery being underneath here, rather than trying to pop the rear hatch and pop the lid off a battery box and all that stuff. You have it right here. And I could also charge the battery right there if I need to. Yes, I have an alternator. Like, some comments I just don't understand. Moving on, I gotta do the overflow now, and I have to be really careful not to say the word overflow more than maybe once or twice in the entire video, or else I'll also have somebody commenting about how I talk too much. Sometimes, I mean, referring to that comment, like, I understand some people just want to give me shit because of the lugs in the engine bay, but some comments just have me like, bro, if you don't like what it is you're watching, unsubscribe, move on with your life. Anyhow, overflow. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my overflow, because now we need an overflow, because I took the old overflow out because that overflow was cracked, and you don't want to have a cracked overflow. So, but that's fine. I think that overflow was too big, and I think we're gonna be able to make a much smaller, cooler looking, kind of creative overflow on this side, and we'll be able to get rid of a whole bunch of this hose that ran over here to the old overflow. So I gotta go ahead and yeah, get this old overflow hose routing out, and because now our new overflow is going to be over here on this side. So yeah, instead of having the overflow over there, the overflow will now be over here. Alright, yes, I am going to make an overflow out of a monster can. So, is it going to be a permanent thing? Probably not. I doubt the can will last that long. Well, I mean, actually, theoretically, it will. I mean, it's aluminum. I put a couple vent holes in it, and then I made a hole right in the center of the can. I have these old brake line clamps that came with a set of max speeding rods that, yeah, just been sent around. I never used. I'm going to see if I can't utilize this as a mount for the can. closing up shop, man. This is one of those things that, like, it drives me nuts because I really want to clean this all up. I need to finalize all the wiring and everything. I need to figure, you know, get the fuel pump ran. I'm gonna be picking Josh up Saturday and going and helping him with something in which I'm going to record. So it's gonna be kind of exciting, kind of, you know, I don't know. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I didn't have a video up yesterday. And honestly, I'm gonna pick back up on this tomorrow after I get back from helping Josh.